welcome to Nina's Knots Crochet. I'm Lynanne. If you're new here, hi. Thanks for stopping by, checking out my channel. I appreciate it. Returning subscribers, hi. Thanks so much for coming back and spending a little bit of your Wednesday with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. My channel, it is all about crocheting, a little bit about knitting, a lot about yarn, and my journey in the yarny community, which I am so thankful and so privileged to be a part of. This yarny community is just so uplifting, inspiring, and joyful that I'm so glad that I can be a part of it, and that there are 800 of you out there who are interested in what I have to say about my crochet. Today is WIP Wednesday, so I'm going to show you some of the things that I've been working on, give you an Michael's update, and tell you I have a little bit of a plan for an extra video this week. So let's start today with WIP Wednesday. I'm going to start with my Boggy Creek, how do you say? I don't know if it's Boggy Creek or Bogey Creek. Oh, before I do that, breast cancer awareness beanie. Ladies, get your mammograms, get squished. It's worth it. Get ahead of it. Men, check yourselves out too. It is not only a woman problem. Know your bodies, get out ahead of it, make a plan. So, and I'm taking this off because it's really, really hot in here. But you know, breast cancer awareness beanies, get out there and do it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that's out of the way. Okay, so my Boggy Creek. I told you on Sunday that I finally, with a nudge from Nancy, she's got yarn too, hi Nancy, into the direction of Bella Coco, I finally figured out a corner to quarter blanket. You guys, I am so excited about this. I started this last Friday. Yay! I'm doing a corner to corner blanket, you guys. Oh, I'm so thrilled that I finally have figured this. I've watched so many people with their beautiful corner to corner blankets, and I was so envious. I wanted to do this, and I couldn't. Finally, after some persistence and some nudging, I found Bella Coco and I figured it out. And I love this blanket. There's a thing I don't like about this blanket. I am using Bernat Forever Fleece Finer. This is their number 5 bulky. It's 100% polyester, which means you can wash or dry it, which is good for the Bogey Creek kids. It uses a number 6 recommendation of a number 6 hook, which I'm using, which happens to be one of my Bella Coco ones, so I have that. There are 385 yards, 352 meters, 280 grams. This is my second ball of this. The white, this is all I've used so far of the white. Same specs. The color is called White Cloud. The blue is called Sea Salt, but it's really just a baby blue. Oh, you guys, I'm loving this blanket. I am loving working on this blanket. It is soft. It is squishy. It'll be machine wash and dryable. This stuff will make great baby blankets. And I think it's just going to take one more of the blue and all of the rest of the white, and I will be done. And this corner to corner stuff, this is mindless. Sit in front of the TV and no counting, and you're done. I don't even think this needs a border. The edges are nice and straight. I haven't decided yet. And that's this other blanket. Does every blanket need a border? I'm throwing that out to the universe. Does every blanket need a border? Can it be okay without a border? I don't know if this needs one. I value your opinions. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Should I put a border on this? Blanket number 1. Blanket number 2. is my rectangle granny that I'm doing with Hirschner's 2-ply Afghan yarn. This is in number 2, fine, 100% acrylic, 220 yards, 210 meters, machine wash, dry flat. It says to use a 4 hook. I'm using a 5.5. This yarn, you guys, is spectacular. I wish I had got it in some plain colors. It was on Hirschner's clearance. Somebody had left me a comment and said they think that this colorway is called Blooms, and it's 2 different colors of purple, orange, yellow, and green. Somebody had said they thought they had seen this colorway on clearance for $1 a skein. I paid $1.77, and it was worth every bit of that. This yarn works up like a dream, glides on the hook, is soft, gives great stitch definition. I love everything about this yarn. I wish I had found it earlier because I would have bought more. So here's my dilemma. Do I put a border on this or do I leave it? Because I know I do not have any number 2 yarn that I could put a border. I would have to go buy some. So do I put it, do I go out and buy some number 2 in a white or a yellow or an orange or a purple? Or do I leave it? Does every blanket need a border? Maybe this one does. I don't know. I'm not that advanced of a crocheter to know. I still consider myself a relatively, I would give myself an advanced beginner. I'm not even intermediate. Excuse me. So, does this need a border? And if so, should I do it in white? Should I do it in one of the colors? Talk to me, people. What should I do? This is what I have left of the 3rd skein. I'm thinking it's probably going to take 5 to make it as big as I want it to be, to make it for the Boggy Creek size. So, working with number 2 yarn is slow going, but I'm liking how this is going. This is making good progress, and this is going to make a really nice soft blanket. So those are my 2 Boggy Creek blankets. Boggy Creek, Boggy Creek. How do you say it? I don't know. So anyway, those are my 2 blankets. The 3rd blanket that I have going, the Chevron blanket that I was using the mandalas for, that I've come to the conclusion that one's going to have to get frogged. I worked on it again, and again, I'm coming up with the same problem. Going one direction, my count is right. Coming back the other direction, my count is off. And I don't know why. I am spending more time recounting stitches and frogging than I'm making any progress. I love the pattern. I love the way the colors are working out in this pattern. But it has frustrated me to the point where it is bringing me 0 joy, and I'm done. I don't want to do it. It's going to get frogged. That yarn's going to come into play someplace else for another type of blanket, maybe a corner to corner, but I have to call it. It's making me crazy, and I don't want. Those are the types of projects that will make me lose my crojo. And we're coming into the holidays, and I have so many ideas that I want to do, and fighting with that blanket is not one of them. So that's getting frogged, and it's going to become something else. So that's my Boggy Creek update. If you don't know what I mean by Boggy Creek, Nancy at She's Got Yarn too. I'll link her. Look up her Boggy Creek videos, and it will explain what it is. It's a camp for children with illnesses. I don't know necessarily terminal, but chronic, debilitating illnesses that they can't go to a regular camp, and they go to a special camp here in Florida. Anyway, okay, so My next project I want to show you is an update on my Luck of the Draw. Luck of the Draw 6, which is a make along, crochet along with Nan's Next Knots. And since she hasn't been feeling well, it's being facilitated by Trish at Mama Swift. And it is a 20-week crochet along. We just finished week 12. Tomorrow we'll begin week 13. I love this project. If you didn't get a chance to start this project and don't want to catch up on 12 weeks, if they do it again, do it. It is so much fun. You guys, I love this project. This is my 12 weeks. We started down here at this yellow, the green, the black, the gray, back to the yellow, scarfy like as a pinky brown, hunter green, chocolate brown, rusty orange, denim blue, back to the chocolate, and back to the... I love this project. I'm making this giant, long, now turning into a blanket. My original thought was I was going to make 2 of these. I was going to make just like wraps. At 10 weeks, they were big enough for a wrap. This thing is huge. And it's covers my arms, longer than my wingspan. Covers me nice and warm. Perfect for sitting around a campfire. I was going to fringe it the whole 9 yards. I was going to be done with it at 10 weeks and start another one. My husband saw this and he's like, can you make that into a blanket? The last 2 crochet alongs I did, the blankets were square blankets that just covered his legs. He wants something that will cover him from his toes to his chest. This is taller than I am, and I'm 5'7", and he's 6 foot. So this is going to cover him from his toes to his chin. And by the time I'm done adding the rest of it, it is going to be wide enough to cover him and then some. I mean, we could both cuddle under this by the time it's done. These Luck of a Draw crochet alongs. I wish I had done this earlier. It's the one project that I don't have to think about. I don't have to plan it out. Somebody's done all that for me. All I had to do is pick some colors that would go together. For a control freak like me, this is so freeing. And it's like, come what may, this is how this is going to turn out. And I am enjoying this process so much that I'm already thinking about what colors I'm going to pick for next time, because I love it when you don't have to do the hard part about who's going to go where and when and how did that get snapped? Oh no, that's a knot that has to go. I absolutely love this. And the yarn I'm using is all Joann's Big Twist, except for the tan, which is Peyton's X. And then this one is a Scarfy. Joanne knocked these colors out of the park. It's Big Twist Comfy and Big Twist Calm. They're all bulky number 5s. Love these colors. Love the texture. Love the squishiness. There's nothing I don't like about this. And I am so pleased with the way this is turning out. So if you don't want to, jump into one that's over halfway done, check out next times, because this is a great project and I love it. So Nancy and Trish, thank you so much for doing this. I love this. So I probably won't show you that again until it's done, because there's no changes to it other than the color combinations. But I do, in the main color, I do a half double crochet, then I do a row of X's, and then a row of like the window pane, and then the half double crochet. It doesn't change. It's just the way the colors come out, and I'm digging this. So anyway, that's my luck of the draw. The last thing I wanted to show you is that, on Mondays, Lynette with Charmed Grammy Crochet is doing a make-along. Hers is called the Ugly Christmas Sweater Make-Along, sponsored by Hobby. They gave her the yarn for hers, and she has challenged the crochet world community to go along with her. So I don't do ugly. I don't. That's not how I am. So I'm calling it my not so ugly sweater. No, wait, my not so ugly Christmas sweater that's a Tunisian crochet shrug. Because I love doing Tunisian crochet. I wanted to be part of this, but I didn't want to make a traditional Christmas sweater. The yarn I'm using is a Karen Cake that's in the different 2 shades of red and 3 shades of gray. And Karen Cotton Cakes, or these are not cotton, Karen Cakes are 80 acrylic, 20 wool, so you have to hand wash, lay flat to dry. It is a medium number 4 with a 5mm hook as their suggestion. I am using an 8mm Tunisian hook because Tunisian is so thick and so tight anyway, you kind of need the extra. There are 383 yards in each cake. And then I know on Sunday when I first showed this to you, I showed you 2 different greens. The more I thought about it, the more I didn't like it. So I came back into my yarn room and I pulled out this Hint of Silk in Olive. This is a number 4. It's 85 bamboo, 15 silk. And this is their color Olive. I like this color combination better. I think the sheen is almost identical. Obviously the fibers aren't the same, but you have to hand wash this. This says you can wash or dry this, so I would hand wash anything anyway. If somebody takes the time to hand make you something, I think it needs the extra little care of hand washing. But I like how this works out better. So I started this thing. This is the 3rd version of what I did. The first version I did, I started with, I wanted to do a triangle shawl. Well, some of the stitches that I want to do only work in odd stitches. So eventually when you're doing a triangle, you're going to come to a row that's an even number. So it wasn't working. So I frogged that. Then I started to do what I thought would be a long, like my luck of the draw, a nice long wrap. Problem is, this is the only cord, this is the longest cord I have, and it wouldn't fit, and it was binding up and getting too hard. So I frogged that. So now I've decided I'm just going to do a shrug and started with this. This rug is going to be so heavy, but I started with 8 rows of the knit stitch, and then I switched to the green and did simple stitch for the green and the red. So the green transitions to the red, to the dark red, and then I went into the dark gray and I did the diagonal stitch. And then as it switches to the light gray, I'm going to do the honeycomb stitch. So my thinking on this is this is going to be kind of a sampler. I'm going to do the red and the green in the simple stitch, and then the 2 different shades of gray in different stitches, whatever it comes to. And I'm going to go as long as they can get it to go. I will end with 8 rows of the knit stitch, which Tunisian gives you such a thick fabric. It's really, this is going to be heavy when it's done. Then I'm going to make it into a shrug. And then I know it's going to need extra length on the back, so I will just add extra length on the back, and then long sleeves. I don't do short sleeves, so I will add knit stitch long sleeves. So this is what my Mondays are going to be. I'm dedicating every Monday to this project until I get it done. I want to get it done shortly after Thanksgiving, so I have it for the Christmas season. So I've got 4 or 5 weeks to work on this. It might have to work on it some other days other than Mondays too. But so that's my not so ugly Christmas sweater. That's a shrug done in Tunisian crochet. So that's my WIP Wednesday. Let me give you a little update on Michaels. Sunday I showed you the order that I got from Michaels when I got this beautiful Indiana Dunes yarn, Heartland by Lion brand. They sent me 2 of these instead of 2 3-packs of these, and 1 other of the Virgin Islands that I ordered in the teal. After I got off here on Sunday, I called, and the language barrier was the initial problem, and I understand, I really do. Everybody outsources, and you try your best. This girl was not having it. She was not interested in trying to help me out at all. She ended up putting me on hold and came back like 5 minutes later and said, oh, the best I can do is I can refund you for 2 of the 3-packs because we don't have any more in stock. Fine, whatever. It doesn't make sense to me that that's how you want to handle this, but okay. So she didn't even give me a tracking number, a confirmation number, nothing. Thank you for calling Michaels, and she hangs up on me. I thought, well, I'll give it a day or 2 and I'll find out, if I don't get notice of a refund, then I will call somebody else. I ended up, about an hour later, I got an email from Michaels. They refunded my entire purchase. So now I feel terrible because I've got 3 skeins of free yarn, but I love this yarn. So, okay, fine. This is my reward for not snapping at the girl who didn't want to be at work on Sunday morning. So now I've got 2 of these and 1 of the turquoise, and I'll have to figure out what I can make with 2 skeins of yarn. How much? 250 yards. So I have 500 yards of this and another 250, and so I'll probably be able to make something. I just don't know what that something will be. But it isn't what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to make a really beautiful shawl with the turquoise in it as an accent color. It is what it is, but I did get a full refund. So the other little bit of business, I did my drawing on Sunday, and I've only heard from 1 winner. I don't know. I've checked my spam. I've checked my junk. I don't know why nobody is getting in contact with me. Cheryl Scott, she did contact me. Cheryl, I have your package ready to go. I was kind of hoping I could get everybody's together and make 1 trip to the post office, because the post office is a half an hour away from me. And if I only have to make 1 trip into town, that would be so much better for me. But ladies, if I don't hear from you by 8 o'clock Sunday morning, your prizes are voided. I don't know what I'll do with it after that. I haven't decided. Because my hidden giveaway that I did a couple weeks ago with the Halloween yarn, that winner never contacted me either. And that's packaged up, waiting to go to somebody, and it's sitting there. Nobody contacted me. And I check my spam daily, 2 or 3 times a day, to make sure that something didn't get stuck in the spam. Other people are contacting me, so I know my email is working. And you can always contact me on Facebook. You can contact me on Instagram. I've had people contact me in both places. So I don't know why they are not finding out that they won, but it is what it is. It may become somebody else's big surprise. I don't know yet, if I don't hear from people by Sunday morning. So with that being said, that is my WIP Wednesday. So, oh, Come on. Trying to turn on my remote for my phone or my camera. I don't know what I was going to say. Anyway, so until I see you on Sunday, be kind to everyone.